Hey guys, it's Annie Parker. Welcome back to our 12-week Prozis Transformation Body Challenge. Today we're in the kitchen talking about nutrition, and we're going to go over 3 things that I like to have during the day, starting with a good breakfast option, my post-workout shake, and then a snack for later. Okay, let's go. All right, so starting with our most important meal of the day, our breakfast. You've heard this your whole life, and it's extremely true. You want to make sure that you have your breakfast probably about within an hour after you wake up in the morning. This gets your metabolism going, it gets your body going, it gets your mind thinking clearly. The only time that we kind of prolong having breakfast is when we're doing fasted cardio in the morning, and that's generally only recommended for about 30 minutes, and then you're gonna have your breakfast immediately after. So either way, you do not wanna skip your breakfast in the morning. You wanna have it within an hour of waking. And I know some people, when they're losing weight, they like to think that if they just don't eat breakfast or skip meals, that that's a good way to cut calories. That is absolutely not a good thing to do, because that's going to slow down your metabolism. You're going to start feeling sluggish, your body's going to start moving a little slower, and you're not going to burn as many calories naturally throughout the day. So eating your breakfast is going to get those calories burning throughout the day. So the first thing we did is make up some eggs. Eggs are an amazing protein source as long as you don't have any kind of allergy to them. And we put in 1 egg yolk, and the rest of it is egg whites. So when you add 1 egg yolk in, you get a nice healthy amount of fats. Depending on the egg size, it's like 8 or 9 grams of fat per egg. So you get some nice grams of fat in there. We added in some spinach for some nice leafy greens. You know, the brighter the vegetables are, whether it's nice dark green or bright red, the more vitamins and minerals it has, and that's an important thing too. So we mixed those in together and did a nice little egg scramble with spinach, and then threw on some pico de gallo on top for a little flavor, a little spice, because we don't like boring food, and it doesn't have to be boring just because it's healthy. And then we have our oats. We boiled them up, just some water, added a little bit of almond milk on top, and then some berries. Don't be afraid to have a little fruit. Just don't go overboard, because even though you'll hear people say that there's sugar in fruit, it is a good sugar, and as long as you're having it as part of a healthy meal, there is nothing wrong with having a little fruit during the day. So this is a perfect time to take your vitamins. So we have our multivitamin here, our digestive enzyme. That's something a lot of people don't think to take, but it's such an amazing way to help break down your food. And especially after the age of 30, your natural digestive enzymes start to slow down and lower a little bit. So we need a little extra help. So don't be afraid to take your digestive enzymes with all your major meals. And then we have our vitamin C also, along with our multivitamin, to make sure that we're staying healthy throughout the day. Okay? Then we're gonna get a nice, awesome workout in. You guys see the rest of our workout videos on the program. After we get one of those awesome workouts in, we're gonna do our protein shake. And our protein shake consists of a little bit of flaxseed oil, again, for those nice, healthy fats. Just maybe a teaspoon in there is all you need. And then we have our protein. I like to do 1 scoop of protein. You can do up to 1.5 scoops to 2 scoops depending on your own size and how hungry you are. And then again, almond milk. That is my favorite choice for mixing my protein, and 1/2 banana for your carbs. So we have a little bit of carbs, a little bit of those natural sugars that I was just talking about with our breakfast. Blend those all up in there, and you have a nice, well-rounded meal shake. So in between any of your meals, we have a couple different snack options. And you know, if you're okay with dairy, I personally try to stay away from dairy because it affects everyone differently, and not everyone can tolerate dairy. Organic Greek yogurt is definitely a good option. Make sure you get the no sugar added kind, so you don't want any extra sugar in there. A lot of the brands put a lot of extra sugar in there, and then that ups the carbohydrates significantly. So we want to stay away from that. Make sure it's low sugar, low carb. And you can add in some fruit, some berries, again, like we did with the oatmeal, maybe a few nuts. You also, if you don't have any nut allergies, can add a few almonds in, between 10 and 20 almonds, again, depending on your own goals and size. Is perfect little snack. And then we have apples, grapefruit, all good options for a nice healthy snack in between meals. And my personal favorite, the rice cake with almond butter and bananas. Notice when I do a banana, it's just a half a banana or a few slices of banana. It doesn't have to be an entire banana because bananas, out of all the fruits, are a little bit higher in carbs and sugars, but they are an amazing source of potassium. So we don't just want to think about our macronutrients, we want to think about our micronutrients too, and those are our vitamins and minerals. So a few bananas, a little bit of almond butter, and a nice rice cake, and that's a perfect snack. So, along with that, you want to make sure you're staying very, very hydrated all day long. Your body will hold on to water if it's not getting enough water, so we want to make sure you are pushing all those vitamins and minerals throughout the body and making sure you're nice and hydrated so your body's not holding on to anything. So, that, my friends, are 3 of my favorite meal options with our Prozis 12-week body challenge. I hope you enjoyed our time in the kitchen. Make sure to subscribe for all of our other videos, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you so much.